Good morning, everybody. So happy to have you join me today. I will be using 2 blocks and a blanket for class. We're going to work a little bit on twisting, a lot on twisting actually, and building some fire. So as some of you know, I guide Ayurveda, and I've got this wellness coaching business. And so I really like to show people how to incorporate the beautiful practices of yoga to balance out the seasons. So in particular, this fire breath and the sequence that we're doing today is really great for this season, spring, which is also known as Kapha season. And I know for me, I get a lot of congestion in my chest, my sinuses, the allergies are more prevalent this time of year. So moving through twists, moving through fire is going to help purify the body and cleanse yourself out. And with that being said, we have been working through the yamas and the niyamas. So we are now in the niyamas, and our focus is also on cleanliness today. So on Saucha, purity. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat, whether that's on a block or simply on your mat. Allow your knees to fall lower than your hips. And pressing down into the sit bones, let the spine grow long. Place your palms gently on your thighs and soften your eyes to close. Begin to take the gaze inward. Just start to get curious about how your body and your mind are feeling today. Just think of it as this scan. So Saucha, meaning cleanliness or purity, it really is about loving our whole self. So oftentimes, we like to separate the good and the bad, especially when it's about, cleanliness or dirtiness in the mind or the body. But it's important to realize that we cannot have one without the other. So we don't feel the need to purify if we don't have stuff that needs to be purified, right? So today is a little bit about purification for sure, but also about accepting that we are this whole being. That is cleansing of physical purifications that we can do on our yoga mat with postures and movement and breath. Also spiritual cleansing. What serves you and what does not. And then the cleansing of the mind. What are you putting in your mind on a daily basis? We are pure and we are impure. We are both. With your awareness and your breath, just start to move through the body a little more deep. So inhaling fully and exhaling completely. And just as the yamas are directed towards others, our relationship with others, the niyamas are inner observances. And they are intended to help us build character. So I'll reiterate, these yamas and niyamas are the first limb on the first 2 limbs on the 8-limb path of Patanjali's guide to enlightenment, this journey through the physical world. They are reminders for ourselves and how we can move through this world with a little more ease in our relationship to ourselves and to others around us. And you can see the importance of cleanliness, right? Not only physically in our house, in our body, and then in the mind. Send all the air out. Take a full breath in, let the belly expand, the lungs, the upper chest, all the way to the top. And then an open, audible exhale, let it go. Twice more, big breath in. And slow breath out. Last one like this. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and soften your eyes to open, and I'm going to guide you through the Kapalabhati fire breath. I like to start with my hands on my belly. This gives you an idea of the forceful movement that happens when you exhale and the belly button moves back towards the spine. So called Kapalabhati, also known as fire breath. What this breath does is it actually cleanses the lungs and the sinuses. So it's really great for springtime. It's really great for congestion. It's super amazing early in the morning or right now. Be really mindful if you're doing it more towards the evening or before bed, because it is more energetically activating. So good time to just recognize when it's a good time of day to do it. So just gaze at me and I'll demo, and then we're going to do 3 sets together. So I'm not technically breathing through my mouth, although some air does get through. So my lips are not closed. I have a gentle parting between my lips. So it's an easy inhale and then a forced exhale. So inhale. I'm not really pushing with my hands on my belly, but my hands are on my belly so that I know that it is that part of my body that's forcing to go back to the spine. So go ahead and just try that on yourself for just a second. So soft inhale, and then forced exhale through the nose. You feel it in the belly. The rest of the body really doesn't move. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 sets, and I'll pause between each one. So maybe you close your eyes. Inhale. And begin. Slow breath out. Just take a moment to notice and to feel. Now, maybe you liked your hands on your belly. If so, you can keep them there, or you can simply place your hands on your thighs and trust that your muscle memory will take care of the breath from this moment on. Then we'll start our second set. Inhale. Slow breath out. Pause. Feel and notice. One more set. Inhale and begin. Slow breath out. Rest and notice. Slowly drop the chin toward the chest and feel a gentle stretch to the back of the neck. And then take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let the left shoulder just be heavy. And then chin rocks back towards the chest. Take the left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe. Slowly take the chin back towards the chest. This time lift up through the crown of the head and open up the throat. Give yourself 3 big breaths. And then find your way into child's pose. Drawing your big toes to touch, send the knees nice and wide and extend the arms forward. With your breath, you are aware of the shoulder girdle, the arms, and the heart space. And stay rooted through the hands, rooted through the knees. As you inhale, just pull yourself forward just one time into flowering lotus. Activate the feet, the glutes, pressing into the palms, lengthen up to the crown of the head. So you feel this really great stretch to the whole front line of the body. And then go ahead and press yourself into tabletop. So stacking your joints, spread your fingertips really wide. And here, just find some organic movement, some cat-cows. Maybe you rock gently from side to side, gazing at the hips. Close your eyes and just trust the body that it knows where it wants to go as you just begin to feel every space of your physical form. And then find yourself a neutral tabletop. Just use the belly for a second. So we did a lot of belly work with the breath work. And so you know obviously where your core is. As you inhale, let the belly expand. As you exhale, pull it up and in. Keep the body the same. You're just using the core. Again, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, pull it up and in. So good. Now keep that core strength. Inhale the right arm high and then just roll out the wrist. One direction and the other. And exhale, thread the needle. Let's stay active here. So extend the left arm forward. Keep the hips elevated and breathe. Left hand moves back beneath the shoulder. Reach your right arm high and also send your right leg straight out to the side and plant the sole of the foot. So you've got this sort of triangle on your knees. And then open up the heart, open up the chest as much as comfortable for you this beginning part of class. Try and stabilize the hips though, so the twist moves more toward the midline of the body, just through the thoracic spine. Inhale, reach the right arm nice and high. And exhale, just rotate the torso, send the right arm forward. Pausing here, tone the belly. So notice how strong the core has to be to support the torso. And then slowly drop the right hand down. Lift the right leg up and back. So flex your toes. And now send the right leg over to the left for an IT band stretch. You're welcome to stay up on your hands or you can come down on your forearms. And give yourself a few breaths here that you're going to rock through the right heel. Amazing. Go ahead and press back up to your palms. Lift the right leg straight back. Take a full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Chin towards your chest, gaze to the navel. So focusing on the core. Twice more, breath in, full extension. And breath out, pull it in. Last one, friends. Inhale. And exhale. Amazing. Send the right leg back, bend the knee. Option here to take the left hand to the right foot, just to open up the heart and the chest. Take the gaze forward. Feel the space in the throat, the shoulders begin to expand and widen. Beautiful. Slowly release full extension first, and then neutral tabletop. Feel free to wag the booty from side to side. Inhale the left arm high, roll out your wrist. And exhale, thread the needle. Remember, stay active here. Send the right arm forward, keep the hips elevated, and breathe. Right hand back beneath the shoulder. Lift the left arm high and also send the left leg straight out to the side. Ground the sole of your foot. So you've got that sort of modified triangle here. And then lift up. Option to overly extend. Feel the space of the heart from fingertips to fingertips as you breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, left arm lifts just up, nice and neutral. And exhale, left arm forward, just rotating through the torso. So you feel as we do that little posture, or that little movement here with this posture, where the twist comes from, toning the belly. And then place the left hand down, lift the left leg up and back behind you, flex your toes, and then send it over to the right for the IT band stretch. Option to come down to the forearms. Take what you need. A few breaths here as you press to the left heel. And then lift up back up to the hands. Send your left leg back, working the core. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Twice more, breath in. Breath out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Send the leg nice and long. Option to bend the left knee and take the right hand to the left foot. Yeah, using the strength of the leg to open up the heart and the throat as you breathe. And slowly you'll release. Neutral tabletop. Go ahead and walk your hands forward. Curl your toes under and send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And just pedal through the feet. Make sure your feet are hip width distance apart and that your palms are pressing firmly into the earth. Fingertips are really wide. Straighten the legs, press the heels toward the earth. Feel that beautiful stretch to the hamstrings. So we're going to use that a lot today. So just hang out here for a second and feel what your hamstrings are doing today, right? Every day is a little different. And then bend your knees, lift your heels, press to the heels of the hands and send your booty back and up. And go ahead and walk your feet about a foot forward and wide to the edges of your mat. So you may, with this shorter stance, be able to press your heels to the floor, but maybe not, and it doesn't really matter. I'm just giving you that option. Ground through the left hand, take the right hand to the left ankle. So we've got this downward facing dog twist. Now it's really easy to sort of open up the left shoulder. I want you to pull the left shoulder back down as you gaze underneath it. And focus more on pulling the left hip crease slightly back. Breathe. Take the right hand back down, stabilize the body. And then left hand to right ankle. Again, instead of overly opening the right shoulder, pull it back, the arm back into the socket as you rotate the gaze. Focus more on pulling the hip back. Great work. Left hand down, take your gaze forward and slowly walk to the top of your mat. Find a ragdoll here. Any arm variation that calls to you. Maybe you want the chest expansion, right? We've already done quite a bit on our shoulders. But your variation, always opposite elbow, our opposite palm to opposite elbow works just fine. But keep a soft bend in your knees and shift your weight slightly forward. You really want the belly to connect to the thighs, so feel that. Let the head just hang. No effort need to be happening there. And then slowly just drop the hands down. Make sure the feet are hip width distance apart. Pressing through the soles of the feet. Inhale, just halfway lift. So again, focusing on the core space, right? You don't actually need your hands to connect to the floor or your legs. They're there to help support, but use the core first, really feel your strength. And then inhale all the way up to standing. To Tadasana, reach your arms toward the sky. Give yourself a moment. We were in some forward folds there for a second, so let the body kind of acclimate. And find a firm footing through your feet and allow that firm footing to travel up the legs, strengthening your inner thighs, your outer hips, toning the low belly, and then pulling the shoulders gently away from the ears. Pull your palms together to touch. You don't need to interlace the fingers. You just take the hands together to touch. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right, up and over. So you've got this beautiful half moon shape through the body. Make sure your biceps stay in line with your ears. And that you've got that opening, just slight opening through the throat. You're focusing on opening the rib cages as well as you breathe. Rib cage, you don't have multiple. Inhale, lift up, nice and tall to the sky, and exhale, side bend to the left, up and over. Again, firm footing. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen, keep the hands together. Exhale, back bend. Again, biceps stay in line with ears. Take your weight towards your heels and push your pubic bone toward the front of the room. Now tone the low belly and pull the low ribs to midline. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly release all the way down. Inhale to a halfway lift using your core. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms and step back. So pause here in high plank for a first time here. Make sure your palms are beneath your shoulders, your heels, your legs, your low belly, all really active. Take your gaze forward. All right, we're gonna lower to the mat in 8, but strengthen everything for 6. Stay with your breath for 4. Lower down in 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower. Feel free to come to your knees all the way down to the earth. Setting up for Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Hands stay beneath the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet down. Maybe slightly wider than hip width distance apart. This kind of protects the low back, and then squeeze the glutes. Inhale, peel the torso, lift the top of the head, and take the shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are soft. Exhale, release. 2 more times, we'll flow that. Breath in, slow lift up. And breath out, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, we're gonna flow that one more time, breath to movement. Curl your toes under. Inhale, press up either tabletop or high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward and then travel to the top of the mat any way you want to get there. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize the low back, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, all the way up to standing. Take your hands together to touch, and exhale, half moon or side bend over to the right, up and over. Inhale, reach, then exhale to the left. Inhale, reach, exhale, back bend, maybe a little bit bigger than the one before. Then inhale, lengthen up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Again, you can always take Cobra Pose. You can always hold high plank, or you can take the fullest expression. Please know that you can always drop to down to your knees as well. So really taking what you need. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right tricep. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, left tricep. Amazing. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Take your blocks, frame your right foot. Make sure you have a nice long lunge. As you inhale, I want you to deepen the lunge and take your heart between your arms. And as you exhale, straighten your right leg Maybe you lift your right toes off the mat and flex them towards your shin. I'll move my block so you guys can see. And then your back heel probably isn't touching the mat, right? It's hovering. This is a modified pyramid pose. I want you to bend your elbows, hollow out your belly so you get long through the spine, and then take the gaze to the navel. We'll flow that 2 more times. Inhale, really deep lunge, heart forward, gaze high. And exhale, press back. Once more, breath in. And breath out. Yeah, low lunge. Go ahead and take your block and lower it beneath your left hand. Strengthen your back leg. So your left leg is really the activation here. Inhale, low lunge, twist, right arm high. Focus on the hips. Pull the right hip crease back, lift the left hip crease up, and then lengthen the spine as you open up the heart space. Take a full breath in. Exhale, Prasarita over the left shoulder, wide-legged forward fold. So take your toes in, your heels are slightly out. Any arm variation that's calling to you. Maybe hands to the floor, hands clasped behind the low back. Palms can even be forward with the knees bent. So really just get curious about your body here. Hands beneath the shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge forward. Let your palms, inhale your right leg high, and then bend your right knee, open up your hip. Bend your left knee and tone your belly. Again, instead of overly opening the right shoulder, I want you to pull it slightly down. Yes. Inhale, right leg nice and high, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts. And exhale, knee to nose. Yeah, we're doing the, yes, that's right, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, right tricep. Left leg lifts. And low lunge, step through. Take your blocks and frame your left foot. Make sure your stance is nice and long. And as you inhale, deepen the lunge, gazes forward. I just love this stretch on my thighs and hips. It just really begins to open everything. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Maybe lift the left toes and flex the toes towards the shin. And then bend the elbows, hollow belly, gaze to the navel. So you feel how the hips have to shift, right? Left hip slightly back, right hip slightly forward and down. And then we flow it out. Inhale, deep lunge. And exhale, press back. Last one, breath in. And out. Take yourself into low lunge. Lower the block beneath the right hand. Fire up your right leg. From there, inhale, low lunge, twist left arm high. Yeah, work on the hips here. Left hip back, right hip slightly lifts. This creates more space to the spine, allowing you to twist a little deeper. Relax the muscles along the neck. Take a full breath in. Exhale, Prasarita. Over the right shoulder, wide-legged forward fold. Drop the head. Slow the breath down. Hands beneath the shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge forward. Plant your palms, inhale, left leg high. And then open up the hip, bend your left knee, bend your right knee. Hold the left shoulder down as you turn the gaze underneath the armpit, yeah, and breathe. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Take your gaze forward and then travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So we can imagine, right, your thighs are probably not touching, or your knees are definitely not touching, but imagine you've got this little ball between your thighs. That's how active you want your inner thighs to be. And then go ahead and lift your toes as you press through your heels. Drop your tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Heart forward, gaze forward. Stay rooted through the right leg. Inhale, one-legged twist to the left leg high. Okay, flex your left toes. Stabilize your hips and make sure your thigh is parallel to the earth. As you open up the arms, again, feel where the twist is moving from the belly button up. Inhale. Exhale, low flying airplane. Take your hands to your heart space, bend your right knee and send your left heel back. So you're active here. And your left toes are flexed, so you're pressing through your heel. It takes a lot of strength. Inhale, warrior one, land softly. So you go a little shorter, a little wider stance so that your hips can be squared forward. Now here in warrior one, I want your back heel to connect to the earth. So if it's not connected, you'll need to shorten your stance until you can find that firm anchor. From there, lift the arms nice and high. And then stay with a lunge. Take a full breath in. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. So open up the arms. Again, the hips are required to stay forward. So we feel the twist from this belly button up. Sometimes we come out of the lunge when we're in the twist. So I want to make sure that you're still firmly rooted in your lunge. Take your right hand to your low back, palm face out. Inhale, exalted warrior, left arm reaches. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, reach your left hand forward. So really root through your left heel. And inhale, star pose, up and around. Great. This is the biggest posture that we put ourselves in. So really expand, reach to the sky, press to the feet. Take a full breath. Exhale, warrior two to the front. So maybe a little wider stance, right? In our warrior two, we want our feet beneath our hip creases. Make sure the right toes are facing forward and expand through the arms as you gaze over your middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior, maintain your lunge. Again, just opening up the side body here. Then exhale, extended side angle. Forearm to your inner thigh. Maybe you hover that arm, right? And use the core instead. Left arm reaches forward. Breathe. You want equal weight through both feet. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg up and back. Take the gaze, follow the fingertips. Amazing. Exhale, low lunge. Step forward, forward fold. Great work, everybody. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Use that muscle memory. Drop the tailbone. Tone the belly. Exhale, airplane arms, fingertips back, heart forward. Stay grounded through the left leg. Inhale, one-legged twist to the right. Right leg high, open up the heart and the arms. Stabilize your standing leg. Breathe in. Exhale, low flying airplane. Take your hands to your heart space, bend your left knee and send your right heel all the way back. Flex your right toes. You want the activation through the foot. Inhale, warrior one, ground, land softly. And then take the time to set your stance up so that your feet are rooted, your right heel especially, that's your anchor. And then lift the arms nice and high. Allow your breath to soften the shoulders. Take a full inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Keeping your hips squared forward. Maintain your lunge. Pull your left hand to your low back, palm face out. Inhale, exalted warrior. Fingertips and gaze move to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge at your hips, reach your right hand forward. Yeah, get really long and strong through your feet. Inhale, star pose, up and around. Biggest expression, pull your inner thighs to midline. Take a full inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Nice wide stance, firm foundation. Gaze is forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior, maintain the lunge. Expansion through the intercostal muscles, the spaces between the ribs. Just think of your breath as this purification, this cleansing through the body. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you hover the bottom hand and use the core instead, because you can, right? You're strong. And inhale, reverse triangle, front leg straightens. Sass your hips slightly forward and lift up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, palms down. And step forward, forward fold. Great work. So we're gonna add on to that. Inhale, chair pose. Drop your booty, lift up. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. So slowly, let's move here. Hands move to the heart space, tailbone drops, core pulls in, and then rotate the left elbow either between the thighs or to the outside of the right knee. From here, long spine, now rotate your heart towards your thumbs. Breathe. All right, we've got a big movement coming up here. I want you to stay grounded through your right leg. Inhale, warrior three, left leg back, arms forward, okay? Flex your left toes when you do this. You want the strength for the whole back body. Exhale, prayer twist, back. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Yes, I know, because it's so much fun. Inhale, warrior three, and exhale, prayer twist. Last one. Inhale, warrior three. Amazing. Exhale, prayer twist. All right, inhale, warrior three. I guess I lied. And exhale, pyramid pose. So ground your back foot in that warrior one stance. That's what you want, that same warrior one stance. Okay? Before you come forward, I want you to pull your right hip crease back, draw your left hip crease forward, and then use your blocks, all right, framing your right foot. If your left heel's not on the earth, walk your stance a little closer. All right, from here, move your block to the highest setting closer to your right foot, to the inside. Left hand is down. Lengthen the spine really long. Inhale, right arm open for a revolved pyramid pose. And pausing here, press through the feet, tone the belly, open the throat as you rotate the gaze. Full breath in. Exhale, slowly release the right hand down. Take your blocks with you if you want and rotate to the left for Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. This time I want you to bend your knees, plant your palms forward, and just send your hips back. And slowly crawl the hands back beneath the shoulders. If you took your blocks with you, just take them back to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge forward. And then step forward to forward fold, and we will do the other side. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Seal the heels, drop the booty. Exhale, your hands come to heart space. All right, moving slowly, tailbone down, core active. Rotate the right elbow either to between the thighs or outside of the left knee. All right, from here, spine long, pull the heart to the thumbs as you rotate the gaze. Breathe. Now we're going to move into that big movement. So you're going to stay rooted through your left foot. As you inhale, warrior three, right heel back, arms reach forward. Exhale, prayer twist. Step forward, move in. 2 more times. Inhale, warrior three. And exhale, prayer twist. So good. Again, inhale, warrior three. Exhale, prayer twist. I had to even out the other side. Besides, you guys love this, I know it. Inhale, warrior three, so good. Exhale, pyramid pose. So again, that warrior one stance with your feet. Before you fold all the way forward, take your hands to your hips maybe here. Pull the left hip crease back, right hip crease slightly forward, and then come down, framing the foot with your blocks. With your long spine and your strong active core, take your block towards the inner left foot. Right hand is down. And then peel the left arm open for revolved pyramid pose. Suction cup the belly button towards the spine. This is going to give you not only more strength, but more mobility. Press to the feet. Take a whole breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Take your blocks with you and prasarita over the right shoulder, wide-legged forward fold. Okay, we're going to actually come down to prone frog. And this is where you might use your blankets. I need it for my knees. So I like to make it nice and wide like this, placing it down, and then drop the knees, okay? And then the toes are facing out, all right? This is where the blocks come in handy. I like my prone frog with blocks. So I like one block at the highest setting. It's gonna come just beneath the sternum, all right? And then the other block, either level 2 or level 3, and that's where my third eye goes. And then my hands are in number 11, palms are face down. Take a full breath. And with the exhale, just let the body soften a bit. The toes, the fingers, the muscles around the mouth. There's that initial resistance when we put ourselves in these crazy yin postures, but just know that it will start to fade as you slow down your breath. If the eyes are open, just go ahead and soften them to close. Find 3 full rounds of breath. So listen to the cues as I guide you very gently out of this extremely deep posture. I want you to walk your hands so they're underneath the shoulders. Shift your weight forward towards your knees so that you can lift your feet and draw your big toes together behind you, okay? Now send your weight slightly back by pressing into your palms and pull your knees together, and then sit back towards your heels in hero's pose. Okay, give yourself just a moment to feel, to breathe, to close the eyes. It's this purification process, this ability to find Saucha on our mat, that makes our yoga feel so good. It's the reason why we have this amazing euphoric feeling when we're done with a yoga class, is because we are moving all the spaces that are stuck. We are sending breath and we're creating movements to open up these channels of our body. We're purifying. It's just one beautiful way to practice this purification process of Saucha. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. So left knee, left wrist crease. Make sure your right leg is straight and long behind you as you lift up to the top of the head. And if you feel ready and you want to, you can come down to sleeping pigeon. Feel free to use any of your props. The softness of the fingertips and toes again. Those two parts of the body and the muscles around the face and eyes really help the whole body relax. And take a full breath in. Slow exhale. Palms beneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift up the chest. Now send your hips to the left and take your right leg around in front. We'll move into the seated twist here. So ground your sit bones down. If you need a modified variation, it's the left leg that will go straight. So you'll just have the right knees bent, the left leg straight. That's a modified variation. But press through both sit bones. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm high. And then exhale, slow rotation as you gaze over the right shoulder. Then use your breath here. With each inhale, you create more length, and each exhale, you rinse and twist a little deeper. Slowly unwind. We'll take the counter posture, left palm down. Inhale, lift the hips, right arm reaches. Yeah, 3 breaths. Slowly drop the hips. Take yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, right knee, right wrist crease. Stay lifted, left leg long. Lengthen up. And then as you feel ready, you can move into sleeping pigeon. Close your eyes. Breathe. Maybe you come into that Samavriti breathing, which is the equal patterned breath. Same length inhale, same length exhale. Inhale. Just follow it out. Look your hands beneath your shoulders. Lift up through the chest. And then drop your hips to the right. Take your left leg forward. Setting up for a seated twist. Ground your sit bones. Again, if you need modified variation, it's the right leg that's straight. Left hand moves behind you. Inhale the right arm nice and high. Exhale, easy seated twist as you gaze over the left shoulder. And then stay with your breath. Slowly unwind, taking the counter posture, right palm down. Inhale, hips lift, and left arm reaches back. 3 big breaths. And drop your hips down. Take your legs forward for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, removing the extra flesh from beneath your sit bones. If you like a block underneath your knees like I do, go ahead and place it there. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hinging at your hips, let your head release very last. No need to force anything. No need to pull the feet or pull the legs. Just let the palms fall to the earth and then drop the head toward the knees. Let the breath be the vehicle for releasing the extra tension that resides in the shoulders and sides of the neck. And slowly press down through the hands and crawl the torso back up to lifted. And then release all the way down to the earth for Shavasana. If there's another posture that's calling to you before you completely surrender, feel free to take it. Otherwise, if Shavasana is there, allow the legs to extend long, the arms to rest along their side bodies. Maybe you take your palms up to receive all the benefits, the healing benefits of the cleansing practice that we just had. Eyes are closed. Inhale, fill up the belly. And as you exhale, completely surrender into all that you are. Saucha, or living purely, involves maintaining a cleanliness in body, mind, and environment so that we can experience ourselves at a higher resolution. I will call you out, friends. Just let go at this time. Trust that you are enough, just as you are. And allow these teachings to simply move through with kindness and patience and love, showing us how we can really tap into the highest version of ourselves. No judgment, no shame. While the yamas bring us closer to truth by teaching us through relationship with others, the niyamas remind us that ultimately the path to enlightenment is one that we take alone. Feel free to remain exactly as you are. If you'd like to move on, try to awaken the body with breath. Perhaps you find small movements in your fingertips and toes. Extend the arms overhead as if you're waking up for the very first time. And pull one knee at a time into center as you gently roll over to your right side. Take this moment to rest in supported fetal position and recognize and thank yourself for making it to your mat. To feel, to move, and to purify the body and the mind. Press down into the hands, lift up to seated, keeping your eyes closed. Gently pull your palms together at your heart space for Anjali Mudra. Let's seal our practice in with one Om together. Take a full breath. Open mouth, let it go. Inhale, we prepare. Here comes to your third eye. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you all so much for being here this lovely Saturday and moving and breathing with me. Please know that that breath is so powerful this time of year, so feel free to take it any morning prior to meditation to cleanse out the body. Until next time, friends, be well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny. Have a nice day.